For the longest time, AI in our code editors has been this helpful little sidekick, right? Suggesting the next line, maybe completing a function for us. But that's all changing, like right now. We're talking about a massive shift, moving way beyond simple suggestions to a deep, full-on architectural partnership with AI. And it's changing our roles from just being coders to becoming architects.
And of course, this brings up the big question, the one that's probably on your mind too. Is this it? Is this the end of coding as we know it? Are we literally programming ourselves out of a job? And look, that's a totally fair question, but the answer is way more exciting than you might think.
The answer, thankfully, is a resounding no. This isn't about being replaced. It's about an evolution. It's the beginning of a seriously powerful new partnership, one that bumps us up the food chain. It elevates our role from just writing the code to actually architecting the entire solution.
So what's powering this new partnership? Well, it's a whole new category of tools built around something called AI native coding. And let me tell you, this is a completely different beast from just slapping another extension onto your editor.
So what does AI native even mean? Well, think about it this way. It's not just another plugin you bolt on. The AI is baked right into the DNA of the editor from day one. It doesn't just see the one file you're working on, it understands the entire context of your project. All the files, all the dependencies, how everything connects. That deep, built-in understanding, that's the real game changer.
Okay, so how do you actually get on board with this? It's a journey, and we're going to break it down into 3 distinct levels of mastery. We'll start with the basics, simple assistance, then we'll move into active collaboration, and we'll finish up with you becoming a true AI architect.
All right, let's start with level 1, the AI assistant. Think of this as your on-ramp, the perfect place to begin. It's all about enhancing the workflow you already have, not throwing it out the window. The skill you're building here, pure, unadulterated efficiency. And getting started here is super easy. Seriously, you just open up a project you're already working on and start playing with the simple stuff. We're talking about intelligent tab completion that actually understands your entire code base, or trying out inline edits where you can just highlight some code and tell it what to change in plain English. It's totally low risk and has a huge payoff. And this is where you get that first aha moment. For instance, a developer wanted to add a simple quantity selector to a shopping cart. The AI didn't just write the HTML for a button. It understood the project's logic and realized that the add to cart function, which lived in a completely different file, also needed an update to handle a quantity. It connected the dots across the entire project. That's the power of context right there.
Okay, once you're comfortable with that, it's time to level up. Welcome to level 2, the AI collaborator. This is where you stop just taking suggestions and start actively directing the AI. The whole game shifts from just being efficient to being truly creative, and it's all about mastering the art of the prompt. You become the creative director. And this leads to this really cool concept called vibe coding. It's exactly what it sounds like. Instead of writing every single line yourself, you just describe the vibe. You describe the functionality you want in natural language, and the AI takes your vision and generates all that foundational code, the boilerplate, the structure, all of it.
Now, at this level, your prompt is king. Garbage in, garbage out, right? So check out this example for a SaaS landing page. The developer didn't just say, make a web page. No way. They got specific. They laid out the sections they wanted, the interactive bits like a pricing calculator. They demanded responsiveness, even specified the tech stack. The more detail you give, the better the result you get back. And the result from that? It's incredible, honestly. From just that one single well-thought-out prompt, the AI spits out a complete, functional, styled, and interactive web page. Now, it's not the final shipping product, but wow, what a head start. It's a fully built prototype just waiting for you, the expert, to come in and refine it. And that brings us to the final boss, level 3, the AI architect. This is where you graduate from directing scenes to designing the entire universe. Your role shifts almost completely to high-level strategy and big-picture systems thinking.
The secret weapon at this level is something called a project context file. Basically, it's a cheat sheet you write for the AI. You create a dedicated file where you just outline the whole project's vision, the tech stack you've decided on, the specific data structures it should use, the layout, the big picture goals. Really, the best way to think about this is as the AI's official project brief.
It's that simple. Just like you'd brief a human dev team before a big project, you're giving the AI a comprehensive guide so it knows the why behind the what you're asking for.
And it's not just about the big picture. You can get super granular by setting explicit rules. Without them, the AI is just kind of guessing at your coding style, maybe using an older version of a framework by mistake. But with rules, oh, you're in the driver's seat. You can tell it, always use tailwind force syntax, or, hey, we never use the any type in TypeScript. You are in complete control of quality and consistency.
So when you put it all together, that detailed project brief and those crystal clear rules, you can get the AI to build some seriously complex stuff. In the example from our source, a developer used this exact method to architect an entire Next.js resume editor with live previews, local storage, the whole shebang, all from high-level instructions.
So as you can see, this whole journey from assistant to architect, it's not just a small tweak. It completely rewrites our workflow. The very definition of how we build software is changing right before our eyes.
I mean, just look at how it's evolved. The old way, we all know it by heart. You plan, then you grind out the code, then you test. The new way is so different. Planning is more important than ever, but that right code step gets completely transformed. It's now guide AI, and it's followed by a refined step, where your human expertise comes in to polish and perfect what the AI created.
So what does this all mean for you? It means your value is shifting, big time. It becomes less about being a bricklayer, meticulously placing every single line of syntax perfectly. It's about being the architect who designs the entire skyscraper. Your job is to think, to plan, to direct, and to build robust systems.
Look, at the end of the day, the question isn't if AI is going to change development. That ship has sailed. It's already here. The only real question left is, how are you going to use it? How will you adapt and leverage this incredible new partnership? The tools are ready. The future is waiting to be built. Are you ready to be its architect?